What is the good word, everybody? This is your man's the one over to my, what is that? Gonna be my left. Yeah, to my left is the big man in the middle. And this is the state of basketball coming back at you one more again for the start of the 2021-22 NBA season and all the other basketball stuff too. What's up, man? It's been a couple weeks since we have been together on the show. How's it been going?
Hey, what's going on, Juan? It's definitely been a bit of a hiatus, but well deserved. Did a couple things. So moved my son into college. That was a big thing. My first child going to college of my three. Still a little nervous that making sure he's making the best decisions out there. Also hurt myself. But it's crazy, right? So I also went back to 40 and over basketball.
I've been waiting on this one. This is what I've been waiting for.
I don't think it had anything to do with that. Like, here's how it ran down, right? Like, Saturday I played. Sunday I'm old, and I got size 18, right? So if I sleep on my foot a certain kind of angle and contortion, then for a long periods of time, my tendon gets weak. And I think I did that 2 nights in a row. And I was on crutches on Sunday and Monday, got on the boot on Tuesday, and then the compression sock the rest of the week.
Welcome, my friend.
It's
only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time you in permanent retirement, buddy. It's fun. unless the ankle replacement that I'm probably not going to have next year, unless something happens outrageous, bro, I'm done. I'm not even.
Hey man, but you could be like the new $600 million man. You can, your ankle could be like
on 6,000.
Yeah, you could have cyborg ankle.
Supposed to be stronger. You got metal in there,
right?
No, man. Well, that's awesome. Well, not awesome that you got hurt. Awesome that Jeremy is, kicking it in school, getting it started. I've got one out, one thinking about colleges, since we've been out, the daughter and I, we went on a visit, checked out a couple schools, talked to some coaches, So that's been kind of fun. I did go watch there was a tournament, a men's league tournament last weekend at the Sports Zone. I think it was the Naptown Shootout, Naptown or something. Big D. I went up there and watched one of the old BMI game teams, man. All the cats was in town hooping, man. This was hilarious. Loved it. We got our friend Mr. McDonald here. He said, "Who is your pick for Rookie of the Year?"
Is that the one you were just talking about?
Yeah, not that his name, Cade Cunningham. That is not Cade Cunningham. I don't really know if there's. Well, I guess the other guy who can be. We'll talk about that here in a minute. I just wanted to look at the comments. Remind me when we say about that.
But is that the same McKay you and our guest was talking about?
Yeah. Oh, he's nice.
Tell him to stay tuned. He's gonna see one of his peoples on here.
He's nice. All right, so let's get into it, man. We got a special guest. Like I said, or in the promo on the page. I'm not gonna try to keep you guys long today. Talk a little bit about it. Get us rolling. We're gonna be on for this is basketball season. We're gonna be on. So we just want to get you guys introduced back to us for basketball season. I know you guys got second halves of football games, and I got the Steelers. Green Bay, we still ready to get spanked, but I got to wear my colors.
Hey, I tried to represent for the first show. I'm repping.
Well, I will when the first game of the season starts. All right, but we got a special guest hanging out with us today, man. So I'll let you do the intros on this one.
So yes, I want to bring on a very special guest. This guest is one of the reasons why I fell in love with basketball. He introduced it to me. He kind of saw that vision. Coming out being kind of lanky that sports might be the route for me. I definitely appreciated it. He took me when I was younger playing with older cats in the gym and just put me onto the sport and encouraged me and definitely stayed on me. He was also one of the ones, unfortunately, was like, you need to stop passing so much, but I can't help it. That's just a part of my game. I can't help that. That's just how it gets down. But also, he has been in the fire department for 35 years. He is the chief of training there at the fire department, out there saving lives every day. So all the firemen that save lives, he's definitely a part of that training process. He's been a coach at St. Rita's Catholic school and church for around 20 years with several city championships. He also was the one that introduced me to the Indiana Pacers, which makes me part of the reasons I'm a Pacer fan, diehard that I am. The one, the only, Mark Cecil Mormon.
No,
What's up, Jen?
Cecil.
CCIL, baby.
We need to do Cecil. Well, you got. I mean, you can get away with a name like Cecil when you run in the fires. You win. I'm like, I can't say nothing to you. You got way more. I don't know. I asked a question. How do you sit with big ass balls like that? I can't run in the fires, bro. I'm going away.
You get hungry enough, you'll figure it out. Let them kids talk about they want to eat. You're gonna do it. You'll figure it out.
It's hot, man. I can make new kids. Hey, man, what's going on, Uncle Mark?
It's all good, D. What's up, Storm?
Hey, what's going on, Unc? Just enjoying this football Sunday. Excited for this Nets Lakers game. Like, the basketball's back. You know, I'm still an enthusiast. I still try to get out there myself. Sometimes it's my detrimental, but still got my first love. So excited for these sports coming up, man. Fall's here, college football, basketball. What more can you ask for?
Hey, it's the season's here, and this is a good time of the year because we have everything. You have, I don't know if you guys follow baseball. Baseball's coming to a point. So you got baseball, football, basketball, and Sports Center is an hour and a half long.
I love it. Yeah, I'm keeping up on my baseball, trying to check out this AL East, you know what I mean, to see who's going to come out these wild cards. You know, it's a 2-game, and this I think the Yankees got a game up on Boston, and tonight's the last game, and Boston's got the Orioles, and the Yankees got the Rays. It's going to be tough. You know what I mean? Yeah, I keep up with the baseball too, bruh. You know what I'm saying? The Dodgers and Giants out west.
Yep.
All right. So
and Darius Leonard almost took one to the house.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm liking that the Colts are winning this game, but I was really cheering for Jacoby.
I also was too, man. I want him to show out. I do. I wanted it more than him, maybe. I don't know.
It's like, yeah, maybe I agree with you on that. Before we dive into this this NBA talk real quick, before we get really into it, let's pay a little bills real quick, and let's see what you can do to get yourself into better shape with our friends over at Elite Performance. All right, that's our good friend Zach over at Elite Performance. If you want to get your body in that elite performance shape, make sure you hit him up at 765-499-1005.
You got to go to Elite Performance before you play in the 40 and over.
I just work out at the gym with my apartments because that just comes with the package.
He said the package.
Yeah, that comes with the rent.
Hey, you're part of BWSPORTS. I'm sure Zach can get you taken care of. All right, we're going to dive into our NBA discussion. So we're going to hear from the elbow, brought to you by Rogue Energy Drink Mix. When you order, you make sure that you use the BW Sports 1 promo code to get your 10% off your next purchase. All right, so let's start out, man, how the season ended with the champs, man. What do you think about the champs?
I don't, man, you know, I said this about the Greek Freak every time. It's not like I don't like the guy. He's a great guy, small market, but it's like, it's just something about him where, I mean, he's just king of athleticism, but I need some sort of specialty other than dunking. I guess defense. I'll give him that, right? Defense.
I mean,
two-time
defensive player.
Me back from giving him just all my praise of 44 years in this game and watching people to give him that kind of. I can't. Great player though. Great player.
Would you take him on your team?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
But what role will he play?
Of winning.
There's 4 other people too. So
basketball player.
But he would not be a focal point. I put it like that. He wouldn't be the focal point. If I got to pick a team right now, he'd be on it, but he wouldn't be the focal point.
I mean, I like Giannis. You know what I mean? I've always liked him, but I was very critical because I was always expecting him to do other things like everybody else. You know, he needs to shoot better free throw percent. Well, anybody needs to shoot better. I'm not going to jump on that. But he needs to shoot jump shots. He needs to do this. He needs to do that. Well, I got on board with the theory of let's not talk about what Giannis can't do, and let's talk about what Giannis does. You know what I mean? What Giannis does is just brought a championship with no skill. James Harden. I mean, with no skill. I mean, I'm just saying that just, I mean, he does.
So you know, the basketball gods helped them out as far as their road to the championship.
I mean, everybody's road. Every champion has a help. Every champion has a help.
Let's not.
Well, they stayed healthy.
Yeah, that's a trait. That's a great ability.
You know what I mean? And just like you said, with even last year or the year before with the Lakers winning in the bubble. You know what I mean? Things happen where it just landed where it was favorable from them. You can always find situations in the champions where it just, well, what if Chris Paul wasn't hurt with the Clippers team? You know what I'm saying? Things like that.
Well, how about this? Would you rather have Giannis or LeBron on your squad?
Well, that's a question that is ridiculous. Obviously, I'm going to go with LeBron.
Right. So that just tells you the difference. Yeah, he won a championship, but we used to a certain stature of player. He does not fit that mold. I get it. He does do things well, but I feel like what's hesitant. Like, he's not a Steph. He's not a LeBron. He's not a person.
He's a Greek freak. He's a 2-time defensive player of the year. You know what I mean? Back to back.
James is a point forward. He's a point forward. So they're different positions.
And really, if you think about it, LeBron really ain't all that skilled himself. He's just a little Shaq. He's a bully.
I feel like his game has improved throughout the years.
And Giannis has too. You know, look when he came in with the little twig.
Physically, he got better. Athletically, he got better. But what skill set has he gotten better at?
His skill set is working harder than everybody else.
Okay. Well, hit that jumper.
Why should he have to hit the jumper?
There's a lot of guys not working hard.
Hey, why do you need to hit the jumper when you can get 50 points with shooting no jumpers?
Because you can get 50 points. You can get 50 points shooting jumper and have a longer lasting career because you're not taking as much of a beating. So you get easier attempts at the basket.
No one's taking a beating in the NBA now. It's not the 90s. It's not the 90s.
Not at all. I don't know, but what's your assessment of the champs, Unc?
They're a good team. They play team ball and balanced. You know, they didn't really have to rely on one person, and everybody came to work. Wasn't nobody taking no mental health days. Everybody came in shape. So when you get down to it, when you play a long season, everybody has to be at practice. Everybody has to be playing. And that's when it comes down to it, you want people who show up every day to go to work. And that it was just old school, blue collar, showed up, went to work, wasn't a lot of side chatter, distractions.
Right.
With Milwaukee. Then some other teams, those distractions took away from their game, in my opinion. Those distractions hurt them down the stretch. Come fourth quarter. It's just like Kobe said. When it's down to the last shot, he looks at a guy that shows up for practice 10 minutes before practice that don't put in any extra time. So Kobe looks at him. He says, well, I work harder, so it's a better chance of me hitting the shot than him. So why should I pass to somebody that's not committed? Those guys were committed.
Everybody kind of knew their role and played their role and accepted their role.
Exactly. Well, I like the Champs. I still think they got a balanced team. I think they really didn't lose anybody but PJ Tucker. So, I mean, he was an extremely role player. So I feel that they could fill in and still be a formidable force in the in coming out of the East. They obviously have to be, and I don't want to say the favorites because, you know, Brooklyn is probably going to be the favorite, but you can't leave out the Champs out of that because, you know, Giannis, he's then found the end of the rainbow. So now he knows the path to go to. And I think it's a good thing. And it's a good thing for them to be the Champs because of the small market. Now it lets Indiana know that they can spend money and the benefit will, you know, come back, you know, stuff, things like that.
Did you just say the Pacers spend money?
Yeah, I tried, bro. I tried.
I thought it was some audio difficulties.
I tried.
Well, D, you got to look at another thing. Small markets, the NBA doesn't make as much money in the small market as a larger market.
That's true. That's true. But them smaller markets, their fans are way more intense. They're way more loyal to their franchise team than, say, people in LA who can switch back and forth between the markets. Milwaukee and Indiana, they're Pacer fans. They're Bucks fans. That's what they are. They're not tempted because of the small market value. And I think we need to tap. Milwaukee showed these people how to tap, or these organizations how to tap into that resource and still not be able to. I mean, but you look at, they still spent money over the cap. You're going to have to spend money.
That's what it is. They don't want to do it, man. They do not want to do it. They
still we haven't spent money since Detroit. Since they had the Malice in the Palace, we've been off the scene.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's move on.
Jamal Tinsley. Jamal Tinsley was the one that told Artest, get your foul back.
Hey, no. Thanks to the person who threw the damn beer. You know what I mean? That's a man. That's a grown-ass man.
Thanks to the doctor that didn't calibrate the meds correctly. I blame him too.
Hey man, I don't care how your meds are.
If the cup was through at you, the man should have been able to counteract that impulse to go.
Storm, let's not sit there and tell that lie. You get hit with a beer, meds or no meds, you're coming.
But if you're a millionaire, I mean, yeah, if we out in a crowd and get hit, but if you at work where you get paid millions of dollars, you can't tell me that ain't at some point going to kick. Like for him, it didn't click in to maybe the next day. For us, it clicked in a couple minutes into
after you punched him.
Maybe just on the way. Maybe just on the way. And I'm, whoa, wait, millionaire.
Hey, I'd hit him like, damn, I'm about to pay this man.
I'd be like, I can hire
while
somebody.
While we're on this subject, check this out. If you throw something at a player on the floor, you ought to be arrested. You ought to be charged with assault.
Assault. Yep.
If you go to somebody else's job and throw something, hit them at their job, you're going to get charged. You need to do something more to protect these ball players.
Agreed.
No, they got
especially their assets too.
Right. And I feel like the Players Association should get more into that if they're not already.
Well, the Players Association is like any other political base. They got to give to get.
Right. I get it.
All right, let's move on so we don't keep them too late. We can tie these next couple together because two of them work well together because it's a preseason game, and they both deal with the preseason game that starts today with the Lakers and who is it? The Nets. So
Yeah,
I'm pretty it being the
like
first
10
one.
minutes.
Huh?
I think they come on in like 10 minutes, right?
At 3:30, yeah. But I don't see a whole bunch of them guys playing right away anyway, so that's not a big deal.
I feel like they need to though, man.
Well, yeah, they got like 15 playoff games. All right, so the question that we got right now is, can the Lakers fight age? Now, there's a lot of old dudes say what the average age is 36 on that squad, 35, something like that. So you got the old ass LeBron, the old ass Carmelo, getting old ass Westbrook, the old ass Dwight. I love LA. And then you got an old ass Ariza. You know what I'm saying? But they sprinkled in some younger guys because you still got AD who's still, at a relatively peak age. You brought in Bazemore. You got Malik Monk, who I think is very underrated as a wing player. And I think he's going to get his time to shine with the King and versus being out there with Kemba Walker and then Lonzo Ball. So I would look for big things from Malik Monk. And they sprinkled in some young guys. But can they fight age through an 82-game season? There's no shortcuts. There's no 72 games. It's all 82. What do you think?
For the Lakers, I feel like LeBron can do it. Everyone else is going to be some form of load management. It may not be where they're skipping games. I feel like it might be just time on the court. Well, they can still play every game, but some games it'd be, 15 minutes. Others, it could be 30 minutes. I feel like it needs to be adjusted, but I don't necessarily feel like they need to actually miss games unless they truly are hurt. I feel like it's possible. I feel like they have to really just dedicate themselves, and that's usually the variable. How much are they taking care of their bodies at that age? I know LeBron is. He spends like millions on his body throughout the year. So if he gets hurt, like hey, I did everything I could. I'm sorry.
Well, spend $100,000 on that hairline.
Yeah. He ain't making that much, I guess. I wonder if he can go into space, but he can't get his hair right. Or just come on home, really. That's what, we all there, right? We all there. Come on home.
What you like about the Lakers?
Far as the Lakers and age, I think it may play a part, but if you really think about it, I'm not a fan of load management. If you get a lead, you can pull some guys out the game. But when you guys were in your 30s, you guys played ball all the time, and you wasn't even getting a check. You go work 8 hours, then you go run up and down the court. So therefore, I don't believe in load management. The only hard part I see about that is with injuries, as you get older, it takes longer to heal. And one durable guy they've got is Russell Westbrook. He shows up all the time. He plays all the games. So he's going to be a valuable addition to that team. And he's playing his first time playing in his home at the
crib.
Yeah.
Man, that pick and roll with Westbrook and AD at the 5, son.
Or even, and I'll give it to my guy, little mini Superman, Dwight. He can still do the pick and roll. I feel like
I love LA.
I think their problem's going to be playing defense.
Keeping up with the faster, younger, players.
Hey, but with the way you got an anchor like AD down there who's high on the block the shot block list, anchoring the backside, and you sprinkle him and DeAndre Jordan back there, it's gonna be. Just think if they go big.
Hurt. AD is gonna be hurt.
He's gonna be hurt. But just look how just look how if they go big, how punishing they can go if they go big and not have 2 centers on the floor. You know what I mean? You can go real big. Put you can put Dwight or anybody at the 5, AD at the 4, LeBron at the 3, Melo at the 2, and you got Westbrook at the point. That's a
And
big ass
Melo, and
lineup.
let's not forget Melo and Bron can both play the 4 as well.
And both can play the 4. So it'll work out. On paper, it works out. You know what I mean? But beyond that, I don't want to like the Michigan football team with the great win over Wisconsin yesterday. I don't really want to. I just don't want to just jump all the way. Like, hold on, I gotta slowly let off the brake.
Yeah, because I was nervous. I was texting you, Dave, the first part. I was like, hey man, they look nervous. Like they need to come in here with, hey, we know who we are and we finna give it to you. Because we ain't won here in a while. And they didn't show me that the first part of the game.
I don't know. I think it looks good on paper. We'd like to see how the games play out. But, obviously the league is going to make sure it's entertainment factor. So they're going to make sure that it's level playing field for the Lakers. But the West looks real difficult. So we'll see how it turns out. But let's flip back over to this side of the country and the other participant in that game tonight or this afternoon, the Brooklyn Nets. Now we know this is Storm's favorite thing about basketball. The best ability is availability. Now, I'm not the one to talk about nobody's choice to be vaccinated or not. I am vaccinated and I'm proud of it. At this point in my life, I didn't have so many needles stuck in me by the government and they know everything about me. So if they want to put nanos in my skin or track me forever, I don't really give a shit at this point. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care, whose choice it is. But the question has to be asked, are you letting your team down when these guys are all in a group trying to win a championship? Is that the ultimate goal, is to be available for your team regardless of what it is that's keeping you unavailable? Because you know what the laws are in New York. He's probably not going to play half the games of their season. So can they win a championship with half of Kyrie's services?
Go ahead, Mark. I don't think so. Oh, okay. Go ahead.
I think if he's only going to play half the games, I'm going to have to let him go. Trade him or something. He's a distraction, some professional. You don't care about your teammates. I took the vaccination to protect my loved ones, okay? Because I didn't want to bring nothing home to my family, okay? As far as your teammates are part of your family. That man has the right not to get vaccinated, but what good are you if you're only going to be here half the games? Okay. And then I'll trade him. I love, he's a hell of a ball player.
I love watching him play.
He's a hell of a ball player, but he's a nutcase. He's a head case.
Meds.
He's got, it's got a balance. Remember, we was talking about Ron. He's got a balance. I feel like he will not complete the season. I feel like he's been enabled to the point where he's been allowed to do it. So what's to stop him from doing it? I feel like the only way it stops is if KD and the Beard come together and be like, hey, bro. Like, that's the only way it's going to happen. If they don't step up, if they just too friendly, like, hey, whatever you want to do, you my dog. So, I mean.
Come on, they didn't talk to him.
Hey, I think it's beyond. I don't even think it's even had James Harden, man. I think it's all KD. I agree with the chunky guy on ESPN. I think it's all up to KD. If KD says I have a problem with it, shit's gonna change. But KD and that Kyrie, that's his guy. You know what I'm saying? They're allowing it because he's allowing them to allow it. You know what I mean? I think Durant has that kind of power. You know what I'm saying? Because if you take Kyrie off that team, Durant and Harden still have a very high chance of winning the championship. You take Durant off that team,
but hold on,
and it's just another Harden shoot around.
And it's not just taking Kyrie off the team; it's what you're getting in return. So just think of how their team is constituted now. You can get 3-4 mid to, maybe some specialists, 3-point specialists, defense specialists. It's the value you get in return because there's going to be someone out there that's going to try. Is going to think that they're the ones that are going to be able to get Kyrie to play a whole season.
Well, the biggest value you're going to get in return is somebody that's committed, somebody that's there. You get rid of negative attention, okay? He's a magnet. He's attracting too much negative. Okay, we talking about people who are there. You know, you can't be taking off all these days. You got to be in the gym. You know, if one guy's in the gym and another guy's not, the guy that's in the gym all the time eventually is going to elevate. Okay,
And he's
you,
gonna
you can't
and he's gonna
you
get
can't have.
pissed off.
And the thing is, it's your job. It's your job. You can't take off when you want at your job. You got to be professional about this, and you're getting paid very, very well to show up. Okay, so you got to be a professional.
I mean, I'm gonna show up for 100,000. So you pay me 100 million. I'm up here with duct tape.
I'm living
Kyrie
across
makes
the
400
street.
a
I'm
game.
living immediately across the street for just the easy, just walk to work.
You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you blood, sweat, and tears for 100,000.
Kyrie's what 30, 35 this year. He's making 400 a game. 400 a game. Come on, and you can't show up.
Hey,
I tell you what. If you were paying somebody 400 a game, after the game, they'd be waxing my car. Come on, you got to be at work, man. This is an opportunity.
Got to be at work.
This is an opportunity that people don't get, and you have to appreciate it.
Just one of them dookies, I guess. One of them dookies.
No, I ain't gonna put Gray Hill in that. You know what I mean? You can't even add him to that. Gray Hill playing,
just
bro.
Just come to the.
I
Just
bet
come to the game
vaccinated
and walk around the court and do your little stage and all that stuff. But as long as you can
do sage, but you can't get the vaccine though.
Incense all the way around the court. Just be there, Kyrie.
Man, who does that shit? It's just ain't there like a witch ceremony or some shit?
Look, you can go ahead and do that. Just give me that 30. I don't care if you take some use incense around the court. Do your thing, but be there.
Be there.
Be available. Be available.
All right. Which brings up to this point, 95% of the NBA is vaccinated, which I wanted to dive into this. This might be another day. We might dive into this a little bit next week because I don't want to keep them too much longer. We might dive into this next week because I think that a lot of the push for this vaccination leading by the NBA and that they're 95% vaccinated and there's 93% African American. I think that has a correlation, but I want to dive into that with y'all next week. Just put that out there. I think there's a little bit more into that.
We don't have enough time to go.
We don't have enough time to dive into that because I think that gets way into the culture and a government push and political things like that. And I think on this show, we can have that conversation. So I'll say that. But we had somebody chime in for Rook before we get out of here. We had somebody chime in on the comments for who do we think that can be Rookie of the Year that is not Cade Cunningham, who is the number one pick that went to Detroit. Cade Cunningham is a stud. If he doesn't get hurt, I feel that he's going to get the opportunities and the touches in Detroit to be Rookie of the Year. But the guy who went second, who has the real big chip on his shoulder about not being selected first and not getting the talk that Cade has gotten, even though he was a ESPN Power number 2. I can't remember what his name is. I would look out for him. Rookie of the Year. Yes. No, not Suggs. He went to Gonzaga, but he's a good pick too.
Yeah, I like Suggs too.
I like Suggs. I mean, the boy knows he can ball. So
Jalen Green.
Yeah, Jalen Green. Went to do it with the braids. They had the braids.
Yeah.
No, he played in the G League. He went to the G League. He played on that G League Unite.
Yeah, I feel like all of them really. Like Jalen went to the Rockets, you'll have opportunity to play. Evan Mobley went third to Cleveland. He definitely will have opportunities to play.
He's gonna have opportunity, but he's still got Tristan there.
Suggs went 5 to Orlando. He's gonna get clock time. I feel like that's the key in all this is being able to the sooner you can get out there and absorb it, learn from it, and excel at it. I like Donovan Mitchell, Sacramento, playing with my guy. What's the guard there?
Fox, De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, I love Fox, man. He's
He gets up and down the floor.
I think Jalen Johnson will do well in Atlanta. With all the rest of them young guys, he'll get some reps. And when you go to a team where somebody
don't they got Radish too? Like they already got someone they trying to get clocked to. Don't Radish, yeah, from Duke.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, when you go in there and you could be a role player, he doesn't have to do anything. And they have people, when you look at the court, you're going to let the rookie run free. And he's going to get the open shot. So he has the ability to do some good things because, you know, he doesn't have to do anything. When you go in there and you're in a role player where you don't have to, all those touches, they worried about double teaming somebody. And you're the odd man out. They let the young guy. If we're gonna lose, let the young guy beat us. You know, for our coaching, let the young guy beat us.
Real quick, do you agree with Ben Simmons speaking out? Not Ben Simmons. Do you agree with Joel Embiid speaking out against Ben Simmons?
I'm only going to talk about this particular case. I'm not going to talk about other cases, Shaq, Kobe, whatever. Let's talk about this. Embiid really just gave us 1 year of dedication. So that 1 year versus, you know, I don't know how much I put in the Embiid, man, because he never was really giving us his 100 until maybe this past year. And now he wants to speak out. I feel like he could easily revert back or he can go forward. His potential is immense. It's just a matter of his mental state. Is he going to tap into it? That being said, I feel like Ben needs to go too. He needs a new situation.
Ben done rob these people of some money. Ben got this new contract now. He don't want to show up to work. I'll be honest. He done took a goddamn. Now, okay, who's going to trade for a guy that's making $30 million that you can't play in the fourth quarter? I'm gonna tell you what. He has the potential of being on LeBron's level with me. If you think of somebody 6'10", can guard a point guard, he's defensive and rebounds, assists. Only thing he's missing is his shooting. Man, hire you a psychiatrist and get that mental block out your head. Because if nothing else, hit your free throws. If he hits 6 free throws a game, he's averaging over 20 a game. He's right there. It's free throws. It's all mental. I'm quite sure that man's shooting shots. Hire you a psychiatrist, get hypnotized, do what you need to do. And if you want to get traded, you need to get in camp and show somebody you can hit the jumper. Because he was hitting earlier in the season, and as the season went on, that jumper faded.
How about earlier in his career? People forget about how good he was earlier in his career, where I felt like it was less pressure. It was just all free. He was hitting mid-range jump shots.
It's still early in his career. He's only 25. He's 25.
No, I get it, but I'm talking about when he very first hit the league.
Well, the Pacers.
And then the mental, yeah, they're supposed to be in the hunt. I did hear that. The Pacers is in the hunt. We got another
trade for him.
We got another unk out here.
They got the slightest edge. I heard his name pop up with the Pacers. Yeah. Ben's like, yeah, I'll go back to Australia for that shit.
Yeah, he go back to Australia, he ain't gonna get 30.
Hey, that's all right. He'll be the king of the country. Sometimes it's better to be the king of the country than the jester of the NBA.
Jesters do get paid, though.
Yeah, but I kind of with both of you on that. You know what I mean? I think Joel is giving more effort than Storm is giving him credit for. I just didn't think he knew how to. You know what I'm saying? Coming from a Bill Self program and Kansas being a little nicked up, always being injured, never really knowing how to take care of your body, not getting that guidance, being relatively young in the basketball game, only really playing about 10 years. You know, I mean, he started his junior year in high school when he came off the boat. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's given the effort. I just don't know if he understood what commitment was, but I think he understands that now. But when it comes to him speaking about Joel and about Ben Simmons, I 100% agree with him. We made all these moves for you to be the leader and the A alpha, the alpha B or whatever of this team, and you didn't put forth your commitment, and now you want to get mad because the media blamed your ass because you shot 1 for 15 from the free throw line?
And
Beat it.
The
he's
other
not mentally ready for this.
His teammates also, everybody went back this summer and said, hey, we right there. So we're going to get together. We're going to make a run. Okay, we're going to make a run. Now here you come talking about you want to trade. You sort of let us down. You sort of let your teammates down. Especially everybody was committed to coming back. Hey, we know what we need to work on. You know, he wants, you know, if you want to trade, you go in there and hit 10 free throws in a row. Hit some threes.
Hit 10 out of 100. There you go. That's what you do for me.
And they're not just threes. They're wide open threes.
10 footers.
Wide open.
Like you don't even shoot layups because you're scared to go to the free throw line. No, I'm gonna pull up.
You know what we say? You know what they say? Self-check.
Self-check. All right, last thing before we jump out of there. Uncle Mark, who you got in the finals?
I'm going to take I'm a little torn. I like Miami with their additions, and I still got Miami and maybe Milwaukee coming out the East. As long as they got Kyrie in Brooklyn, I don't think nothing's going to happen, man. As long as he's doing that and they taking mental health days and days off and all that stuff, you're not being professional. Those dudes down there, Jimmy Butler, they got what's my man from they picked up from Toronto?
Kyle Lowry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good addition.
That's a nice duo. That's a nice duo.
That's
what about Adebayo? That's a good big three. With
what
Duncan.
about out the West?
Yeah, who you got out West?
Out West, I'm going to go out on the limb. I know that Lakers, I think the Lakers are too old.
You don't think they make it at least to the finals?
I don't know, man. It's just I like the addition of Russell. It's just
I don't know if Russell.
I don't know who they got to go against, really. I don't think nobody else in the West has enough to get over.
I mean, we got Utah, you got Phoenix, you got Golden State with Clay coming back, you got Portland with Dame,
you got Denver.
Denver.
If Dallas makes the right moves,
I'm gonna go with Golden State.
That's not a bad pick.
Golden State.
Yeah, now we ready to get back. That's what I was.
Who you got?
All the names I wrote down. Klay Thomas coming back is exciting. Like these are things that are exciting to me. Klay coming back. I like to see that dynamic again. I want to see the Splash Brothers 2.0 revisited. I want to see that. I want to see the young Wiseman come of a little more of age with the spacing that Klay brings, because they're all about spacing. And if they're missing a guy that fulfills that space, then it's not as easy for Draymond to drop off those lobs. I feel like it's going to be Lob City, 3-point splash city, potential there. Michael Carter Jr.
Wait a minute, Brian. We forgot Wiggins going to miss half the games.
Yes, I didn't forget.
I don't
acknowledge Wiggins.
Listen,
I don't acknowledge his
with
presence.
Klay coming back, does he even matter? He could just carry the jugs over here.
Just release it. Tucky, you just don't just release it. You know what? You can go do whatever the hell you want to do.
If you release somebody, you got to pay their contract out.
I don't care. Just get rid of it. That's fine.
It counts against your
salary. I'll take that hit. The Pacers take it with Monte Ellis.
$30 million. Look, Wiggins gets $30 million.
Hey, man. He ain't giving me $30 million worth of play.
But you just can't let him go sit at home and you still have to pay him.
Hey, and it's better than what I'm not paying him doing anything anyway. So why not pay him to go home?
Hey, what do they call that? The cost of doing business?
Yes, the cost of doing business. Hey, sometimes you take a hit. I was mad that they traded for this dumbass anyway. He might be the most overhyped, useless player that's come out in the last 20 years.
Since Austin Crozier.
No, since Kwame Brown.
Ooh, hey, Kwame been out there though.
That's fine.
But anyway, let me finish. So Michael Carter Jr. out of Denver. If he transcends his game to another level, I feel like Denver has a chance.
200 million.
Always, I feel like Portland's a trade away. If they really want to keep Dame, they better make this trade. So they are interesting. And Memphis I really love the point guard out of Memphis. I would love for him and my guy out of Purdue,
John Moran.
Yeah, John Moran, and my guy Jaren Jackson, who if he can stay healthy. I'm really interested to see. Like, there's a lot. I love the league. I love this time of year because you really don't know. There's a lot of potential out there, but it usually boils down to probably Lakers, Golden State, probably Phoenix, and then for the East, Milwaukee, Brooklyn, and anybody else. Anybody else can fill in that spot.
All right, going out east, I'm gonna keep it simple. I got Miami and Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals. Milwaukee returning to the finals. Coming out the West, I have to answer your question. I really do like Denver. To answer your question, Phoenix had their shot last year. I don't think they got what it takes to get back to that point again. I do think they're going to be a good team, but I don't think they're going to get back to the finals. So I kind of put them out of that scenario unless they make a blockbuster move to give Booker a little more help other than DeAndre Ayton. So I like coming out of the West. I like the Lakers, and I like Utah. I like Utah facing Milwaukee for the finals, and Milwaukee being the first back-to-back in a while. I like Milwaukee. I like what they do. I like the way Giannis leads his band of misfits. They play well together. They feed well off each other. I think it rolls into this season.
And George Hill's back.
George Hill's back. Ultimate six-man guy. Woo!
Broad ripple.
So there you have it, folks. State of Basketball, episode 13. We will see you guys next Sunday, 3:00 Eastern Standard Time.
All right. Thanks again for Uncle Mark for sharing the knowledge, sharing the love. Welcome back anytime. For the peeps out there, we missed you guys. We ready to get it going, though. We charged up. Definitely best time of the year is beginning where nothing's been said, where we can just speculate about everything.
Sounds great. Thanks a lot, Uncle Mark.
Thanks. Go Pacers.
Now it's time to go see if the Colts finish out this game and get ready for Aaron Rodgers to eat up my Steelers defense. Oh, poor me.